What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Ridge here to talk some NBA prop plays over on Prizepicks for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. Start off the new year with a decent note. 2 for 3 last night. LaMelo Ball could not get it done against the Lakers. He only shot 3 for 10 from 3. If he hits that 4-3, we are going over. But Thomas Bryant went way over on his rebounds. And Luka Doncic showed up late to get us the over on his fantasy score or the points, rebounds, and assists. Whichever line you took, you were fine there as well. So we got some more plays, only a 3-game slate today, so going pretty light, not going crazy, but I found some good information and some good plays for you. So let's dive into those right after the intro. For all the high-flying action, take a step back and relax. It's time to count that money, the NBA props. No look any further. You know what time it is. Presented by Prizepicks, NBA props. Let's
count that money, man.
All right, so you can see the model here, what we're looking at today. Bobby Portis, Jalen Williams, and then as a flex play, but not a core play, Lauri Markkanen, if you want to go back to the points at 25.5. I will briefly touch on that. It is pretty much even on the books, slightly juiced to the under. The matchup is still good. We took that a few days ago, but they did bump up his line after he scored 35. So you may not want to take it. You see the edge isn't quite as high as the other plays. So let's start off with Jalen Williams for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Look at what he's done in the points and rebounds department over the last 10 games. You see he's hit in 6 of 6. He's also hit in 9 of his last 10 up against the Boston Celtics tonight. They are favored by 8.5. That is the Celtics, not the Thunder. And he did get 20 against Celtics last game. So I do think this is a pretty good spot for him. You see the rebounds is where he's kind of been a little bit up and down. Last game against Philly, he did struggle. But again, 6 rebounds against Boston. His line's only 3.5. I think it looks pretty good. Heavily juiced to the over for the rebounds, but the points and rebounds do look good. You see the points as well. He has been scoring a lot. And you think, is it the minutes? Well, the minutes have been pretty consistent. And I think whether this game's a blowout or not, Jalen Williams will probably still play. You see he's averaging around 30 minutes a game, but against Boston, he did play 36. So maybe they will need him a lot in this matchup. I think it's a great spot for Jalen Williams. Whether you want to go after the points, whether you want to go after the points and rebounds, I will be taking the points and rebounds tonight as my core play. I think it's the best play. I think the data, you just look at the green. What more do you need to see other than a bunch of green from a player like Jalen Williams? You see the matchup is decent. Rebounds allowed, they're 22nd in the NBA and 14th, so middle of the pack in terms of points allowed. So I think it's a really good spot. I think Williams is going to be poised for and over today. You see the data. We have him projected for right around 17.7. So not a crazy edge, but I think it's one that he can go over. And the way he's been playing lately, I definitely think there's a reasonable expectation for him to do so. And another player who I expect to go over is Bobby Portis. So we're talking about Bobby Portis' rebounds today. He's gone over in 5 straight. They are playing Washington again. So you look at Bobby Portis and you say, well, what's going to stop him? Now, Drew Holiday is going to be back in this one, but I don't expect that to stop Portis too much. If you were going to take his points, I'd say, well, maybe we don't do that. But you look at his rebounds at 8.5, they do look really good. Minus 122, the over. Been averaging 10 over the season, 9.8 over the last 10, 11.2 over the last 5, where he's hit 10 or 9 in every single game. And just coming off 10 against Washington, Brook Lopez also had 10 in that game. So if you think that maybe he's a factor here, Brook Lopez is a player who's actually projected for an under right now, and still Bobby Portis is projected for an over. The rebounding matchup doesn't look great, but Portis did have 5 offensive rebounds in that game, and the minutes for him have still been quite consistent. I'm kind of covering them up here, but you can see he's been playing anywhere between 26 and 30 minutes, and when he's playing around 25 minutes, he is cashing the over at 8.5. So I think it's a great spot for Portis to go over again. I think, we've been playing some of the matchups. We've been playing, looking at players who've had success against teams. I see nothing to change. Porzingis played. Kuzma played. I don't know if Beal played in that one. That may be, slight factor in terms of points. But Kuzma had 13 rebounds. Porzingis was the one who struggled in terms of rebounding. I think Portis gets done tonight. Again, 8.5 is a pretty modest line for him. I think it's a pretty good spot. You look at the data, we have him projected for right around 11 rebounds. Maybe a little bit high, but Portis is an elite rebounder, man. Like, he can get it done. Projected for right around 27 minutes. We talked about if he gets over 25, he's been hitting the over, especially recently. I think 8.5 is just a little bit too low. You look at the opponent matchup, 12, they're averaging about 11 rebounds allowed to opposing power forwards. But the big thing is that Bobby Portis, when he's in there, he's getting rebounds. I think he's going to be playing a lot of minutes today. Chris Middleton, if he's not expected to play, which he's not, I think Portis will get a little bit of extra run to just push him over this number. So the core plays for today are Bobby Portis over 8.5 rebounds and Jalen Williams over 15.5 points and rebounds. Lauri Markkanen is one I just wanted to show you guys because the matchup is good. He annihilated them last game, over 35 points, but I don't know if I want to go back to today. They did raise his line, and so there's a little bit more risk when you do go after Lauri Markkanen, but he's in a good spot, good matchup, 26th in the NBA in terms of points allowed to opposing small forwards. He does play a bit more of a power forward, but as you saw, he absolutely obliterated the Sacramento Kings last game, so I don't necessarily hate it. But Bobby Portis and Jalen Williams are the only core plays. As always, if you tail, give Prizepicks hell, and if we fail, do not bail. Make sure to drop us a like and subscribe for future content. Let's get this money tonight, and good luck. Don't go crazy on this 3-game slate, and we'll be back tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.